Hello, this is Diné here. So, do you find yourself handling many tasks at the same time and not being able to concentrate on one task at a time, or being constantly distracted to the point where it's affecting your workflow and your productivity? Do you feel that you don't have full control over your schedule, or that some tasks get buried or noticed? Finding it difficult to prioritize your activities or giving the necessary time to a task? If this is the case, consider using the time blocking strategy. This is where you designate blocks of time to items on your to do list rather than operating off a traditional to do list or doing something as it comes to mind without any previous planning. So basically, there's three main steps when it comes to the time blocking strategy. And the first step is to identify the most important tasks that you want to get done in a day. So if you want to plan the schedule, a separate schedule for Mondays, then a separate schedule for Tuesdays and so forth, then that works. Or you can plan one schedule for every day of the week, and then you could just break it down into categories, task categories. And when I say task categories, I mean you can have one category for meals, another category for chores, another category for the kids' extracurricular activities, another category for workout, separate category for business meetings, business projects, and so forth. And the second step with the time blocking strategy is where you would actually assign realistic time frames to each of those tasks. And then the third thing that you want to do is having those 15 or 30 or even 3 hour time frames. You want to plot them on your calendar. So few things to consider when you're using this time blocking strategies is that you have to make sure that you set boundaries, and that's whether you're setting boundaries with yourself or setting boundaries with other people in the home. You want to make sure that you're taking this on as if someone else is relying on you. Um, and also, you have to realize that if you don't do that, it could throw your entire schedule off and it can affect other important tasks on your list. You want to avoid multitasking when you're doing this because it can hinder you being in the flow and completely immersed in your activity, which will reduce your creativity and you being in that state where our best work is done. So, although the time blocking strategy is meant to help you manage your time better, the reality is that as a mom, unexpected things happen, emergencies come up. So we have to be able to adapt and adjust accordingly. And we also need to evaluate this time blocking strategy to make sure that it is continually suiting us and serving us in the way that it should. So I thank you for watching. Consider doing this, and until next time, goodbye.